What do you get when you mix different elements of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Justice League and then make them fight the Incredible Hulk? Well, you get the Endmen episode, Jimmy Neutron. I remember watching this episode when I was about 7 or 8. It was around the time I was really starting to get into all stuff superheroes. On top of that, Jimmy Neutron was already my favorite show, so this to me was a perfect episode. Watching it again after all these years made me realize that this show was something else, and I still love it for that reason. The episode begins in space because, of course it does. I think almost every single episode of Jimmy Neutron starts out in space. Hell, 90% of the movie takes place in space. Jimmy, Sheen, Carl, Libby, and Cindy are heading back home from mini-golfing on Mercury. Carl offers Jimmy some orange juice and he drinks some. Only reason I mention this is because it will be important for later in the episode. Jimmy tells his friends that he has to navigate them through something called the Van Patten radiation belt. And almost immediately, Cindy antagonizes him, and they get into a heated argument. So heated, in fact, that they start arm wrestling. Since Jimmy stopped paying attention to the ship, they fly right through the radiation belt, resulting in the radiation killing the ship's systems and slowing down time for a second. They conveniently crash land on Jimmy's front lawn, and the kids all discover that they've developed superpowers. Cindy has super strength because she was arm wrestling, Sheen has super speed because he was getting a massage from a vibrating setting in his seat, Libby has invisibility because she was applying vanishing cream on her face, Carl has super burping because he was eating, and Jimmy, for now, is just orange because he drank that orange juice. In a matter of seconds, probably because the episode is only 25 minutes long, they decide that they'll become a superhero team, the Fantastic League of Justice-Bringing Avenging Men and 2 girls. Just rolls right off your tongue. Their first order of business is bothering Sam at the candy bar because the scumbag didn't separate his trash and recyclables. Jimmy assembles his Endmen and Cindy makes fun of Jimmy some more. He retaliates, but Cindy punches him into a basket of oranges, and the Endmen cause some property damage. We get a montage of them being really bad at being superheroes. Cindy makes a cat go flying across the entire town, trying to get it down from a telephone pole. Sheen accidentally makes a trash tornado, and Carl causes a literal car accident. Before an actual fight breaks out between Jimmy and Cindy, she gets sucked into the quietest military tank in history. Like, it got there so fast and so suddenly, no one knew it was there until Cindy got taken. The military abduct all the kids but Jimmy, they just laugh him off, and take them to a holding facility in Area 86. The Endmen realize that they are really crappy superheroes, so they begin training. Back in Jimmy's lab, he's trying to develop a superpower antidote and figures out that his friends will be dead in 6 hours because their metabolisms are getting burned up due to the powers. Jimmy gets angry when he accidentally spills purple flurp on his computer, then thinks back to when everyone was making fun of him, until bing bang boom, he becomes the Incredible Lawsuit. The next day, the parents are having a meeting trying to figure out a way to get their children back, when out of nowhere, a pie truck comes flying towards them. Of course, it's Jimmy going on a rampage on the search for Cindy. Jimmy's parents get close to calming him down, but that fails when Sam, who apparently has a death wish, throws a tomato at Jimmy's face, making him rampage again. Back at the facility, Cindy uses her supervision to see what's happening in Retroville and sees Jimmy. They want to go help, but the general denies their release. The Incredible Jimmy ends up in the desert, where we see a nice little Twonky cameo. Also, does this remind you of anything? I'll give you a hint. The Endmen escape Area 86 by having the guards think that they've lost their legs, which makes them scream around in terror until they knock each other out. Carl then super burps the dome to pieces. We go back to the desert where we get this pretty cool reference. The Endmen arrive at the scene and a big battle ensues. Libby turns Cindy invisible and beats the hell out of Jimmy. They leave the final blow to Carl, but he has nothing, so Sheen runs to Sam's candy bar and steals his heavy seltzer water. Why didn't you just walk over and hand it to him? You were like a foot away. Carl drinks his seltzer water and basically sets off a nuke, knocking Jimmy out. Before the Endmen can take Jimmy back to the lab to cure him, they all pass out. Before Cindy passes out, she apologizes to Jimmy and almost says that she loves him. He snaps out of Hulk form and finds Sam's heavy seltzer water on the ground where he says,
"It absorbs radiation."
Okay, now hold up. It absorbs radiation? And Sam's only using this stuff for seltzer water? Are you kidding me? And guess what? That was the last ingredient Jimmy needed to make the superpower antidote. The episode ends with Jimmy announcing to the town that they'll be back to normal in a matter of days. And there you have it, the N-Men episode. Let me know in the comments if you remember watching this as a kid, and if you enjoyed it or not. I honestly had so much fun watching and writing the script for this. It always feels great coming back around and making new videos for this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. I actually have a lot of videos and ideas in the works for this channel, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.